Night, everyone. How are you? Um, and in this small video I'm going to post today, um, I justifying having removed from my website the the gear I use was one of the pages that were on my website that was in my website. Because as time goes by, I can see more clearly that it's not important. That the important is my vision, your thoughts, the world we live in, and how we can deliver that information through our photography. So, the places, the people, the life, the time we live in, our problems of everybody, the state of our mind, even our state of humor. That's the most important, and I will, and it's clear for me that comparisons between gear between objectives, between cameras that I use or not, will not, or others, I will not be considered by me because we I can do beautiful photos um, with an iPhone, with a small camera, with a big camera, whatever. We must use the gear that we feel better working with. And so I refused myself, and during the last days, I've been thinking that I don't think it's needed. I don't need to put there my gear, all the gear I have, because I have changed my gear all the time, all the time. The gear I have now, maybe in the next month I have nothing of that, maybe. Maybe. So, and about this, I have to tell you too that some of the comparisons we see are very good, and we should know that, because we are not technicians, we don't know technical things. There isn't the perfect gear, the perfect camera, the perfect objective. Nothing is perfect in this world. So I'm not perfect also. So we must think that we must have a camera that we feel good with, that with the camera. Finally, in Portugal, there is a renting house of cameras. So I don't know the name now, but I will say it later, one of these days. But and we can see what's the gear with which we feel better to work, we feel better to do our hobby, we feel better to photograph. So it's not important. It's not important the brand. It's not important. Of course, we need gear. Okay, we need gear, but which gear? That's the thing that is not very important. And so I removed that page from my website, where I have put all my lenses, and all my cameras that I have now. But what I have now, maybe I have not in the next days. I have had many cameras. I have had Olympus, Canon, Nikon. I have had now I have a Sony. I've showed you the lenses that I use for landscape. So you have seen that I have Sony's, and who have seen my website have seen all the lenses that I have. Maybe tomorrow, I think it's too much lenses. Maybe tomorrow I will sell some of them, but nothing is fixed. Tomorrow maybe I have a Fujifilm, or in a month or two. So we don't need, we really don't need to know the gear and to worry too much about the gear. If you take advantage of your gear, you study well your gear, and you will get better photos. Okay, that's what I had to say. That's why I've removed it from my website. So that's the justification of that. Okay, stay well and good night.